Hi, welcome to my channel. On today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this high-low circle flare top with stripes. I achieved this using 1.5 years of material. So this is where you're going to fold your material. You fold it by the yardage. Can you see? By the yardage, that white that is showing both of them will meet each other. Then you fold it like this into four. So we're going to cut out our flare first. And here I use total length of 22 inches. So after this four folding, I got 22.5, but I use 22 on the dot. So I will use 22 round. Um, that will be our length. So I'm going to mark 22 all round from that tip. Can you see where the tape is starting from? So you measure it round 22, 22, or any length you're using, but let it be equal. So after getting your length, you cut it out. Hope you understand. You fold into two, then after folding into two, you fold into four, and then you measure and cut it round. So this is the open side. So that place that is closed now, I'm going to divide it into two. Can you see? I'm going to divide it into two. So one will be for the front, and the second one will be for the back. So we'll cut the front first before we cut the back. So for this front, I came down by, I will use the neck width of 5.5 inches. That is 5.5. That's what I will use, and check where I'm using. So it's the close part that I will use as my center front. Can you see this place is open? That side that is open will be the armpit. That is the armhole part. So this side that is closed is my neck width, and I came down by 5.5 inches. So after getting my 5.5 inches, I'll come to that open part, that armhole part, and I will get 8.5 inches. My armhole normally is 8, but here I use 8.5 inches. And then I'm going to curve it to meet each other. Can you see how my hand went? You know, you're going to stylishly curve it to meet that thing. And before cutting it out, you make sure that place can accommodate your bust. So I've measured it, and yes, it can accommodate my bust. That is why I'm cutting it out. So if you cannot accommodate your bust, you will have to go deeper, or if it's too big, you have to go higher. So that was best for me as a bust 40. I use bust 40 here. So this is the back. So for the back, I'll use 8. So I'll use 8 inches deep. Yes, the neck deep 8 inches, and I'll come to that armhole side, and I'll still cut my 8.5, and I'm going to check too and make sure it will accommodate my bust before I'll cut it out. So yes, it was perfect. In fact, I have 1 inch to sew it together. So after cutting it out, we proceed to sewing. So for this front, we'll start the sewing from the front. So this side, you just make sure they're equal. This is what I'm trying to shake. If they're not equal, then you adjust it from your end. But if you use what I use, you know they're equal because I use the same shoulder width for both of them. So that is why they're equal. So that is just it. So this is the front part. We're going to work on the front part first. So you notch the center front, and then you bring in your straps. See these straps, you just cut a 2 inches by the length of, let me say, 40, or just the akara width, and then you fold it into two, and after folding it into two, you fold it into four, and that is what you're going to use to pipe this armhole stroke neckline. because you're piping from armhole to neckline. And note, we are sewing at the back first. So you start your sewing from the back. When you get to that place you notch, that center front, you stop and you go to the other side. Please, at the back, both of them. So this side, you start from that armpit, and then you start sewing till you get to that notch again. Just watch what I'm doing. When you get to that notch too, you stop. So this is the back. We're going to cut a facing because the back will turn it with a facing. So this is one of the those pieces I cut out. I just took it to cut my facing. Can you see the one I'm placing it? Just watch. The closed part to the closed part, the open part to the open part, and I'll cut it. Can you see? You carefully cut it, and after cutting it, you arrange the other parts well. It's already pieces, so there is nothing to measure here. You just to make it kind of a little curvy, and that is all. This is for the back. So we use it and turn the back when you get to the back. Yes. So you know, after putting the strap, when we get to the back, you just place it and use it to turn it. So this is the front now. After that joining that you get to your center front, then you will come back and turn it to the right side now. Now is the right side because we are going to double stitch at the right side. So you fold in to your right side. Push it to the right side. Push it to the right side, and then you're going to sew to that notch, that place your stripe stop. When you get there, you separate the two stripes and you sew it straight till where your stripes ended. The same thing you're going to do to the other side. When you get to that center, you continue your sewing to where the stripes finish. So these stripes, what you're going to do, I use the total length of 28 inches for my own, but you know the length you use when you get your own. So you just do the plus and minus there. So this center place, you are going to match it a little. You get, I just use my pin to hold it down there. I will have just done it on the machine, but I want you to know that there's something you do there to hold it firm. So this is the back. Now you're going to arrange this back in a way that when you sew the front to it, it's not going to fold. The sleeve is not going to fold. It will still be on a straight line. That is the only thing you're going to do here. So from the center back, you go out to 5.5 inches. From the other part of center back, you go out to 5.5 inches, and that 5.5 is where you're going to place your straps. That is if you want to get the same result with me. So now watch the way I'm going to place it. Please, you do it carefully, just calm down so you don't make mistake. Just watch my hand and you understand what I'm doing. So at that 5.5 inches is where I'm going to place that straps so that I can go and turn it to the facing. Alright, so to get your straps, when you fold, that is your armhole stroke your neckline. Now you're going to plus what you have in the front and the back. You know, I came down 5.5 inches at the front then, and back was 8 inches. So you're going to multiply their two, and then you add more 2 inches. That is how you're going to get your total straps you will use. So you multiply it 5.5, that is approximately to 6 inches. 6 plus 8, that's about 14. So 14 plus 2, that is 16. Do you understand? So whatever thing you get after your measurement, just add 2 inches to it and it will give you the same result with mine. So go and turn it now. Can you see? So we're going to turn it now, and after turning it, you will sew the two sides. Close it with the measurement you added. Mine was 1 inch and I've gone ahead to run it, and this is the straps. Can you see I've turned it inside? I've turned that back, and now I'll fold it down. Please, you're going to fold it down. Is either you fold it two times, or you go and weave it round and fold it once. That is the easiest way to fold flay. Just weave it once and fold it once. But if you don't have weaving, no problem, you just fold it twice. So for this back, I will use a hemming gum to iron it. I will use a hemming gum to iron it to this thing. That is what I'm trying to show you now. After putting that hemming gun inside, just use your iron and iron it, and that is the final. Thank you.